nobody owes you anything. People are just living their lives.
Introducing yourself where you are born.
I know you want to show people that you've been working since 2010 or 2009. You know, graduated in 2018 and now it's 2022 and your last education was your degree.
Yeah.
Recruiters want to see that you are putting yourself out there, that you're proactive. That's why you never get a call back.
Hi guys, welcome back to my channel, which is all about mental health awareness and wellness. I get so many clients asking me how can I be able to do it, because you keep applying and nothing is coming, and it can actually affect our mental health. So I thought it was good to bring a specialist who deals with the job search process to be able to give us some pointers on that. So you can introduce yourself and welcome to our channel.
Thank you so much. Hi guys, my name is Carol Munene. I'm a social media manager, digital content creator, mental health advocate, and I also guide people in the career sector and making CVs, and the whole job search process.
So the first thing that I would ask is, what are the things that we should do to prepare ourselves? You can imagine someone who is probably coming from school, someone coming from being retrenched, or someone just thinking of going into job searching. What would you tell them so that they can be able to prepare?
Probably if you're fresh from school, the first thing you do if you're looking for a job, of course, is to gather all your resources and create a CV. So a CV is what will sell you to potential employers, and also even if you've been working and you're looking for a career change, or maybe you've been outside here, you've never gotten a job. Also, you need to gather your CV. I know we had CVs, we were taught how to write CVs in high school, and there's this word formula, CV that you are taught to use. But now, times have changed. CVs look very different right now. Yes.
Yeah, and actually we will come now into the details of the CV. And probably maybe in terms of looking at where to apply to, how can I go about it? Because you find some people reaching out to you, they're like, I've been looking for a job, please connect me. And you're like, I don't know, where do I even begin? So where can people look for these jobs?
So personally, also I've had people telling me, "Nitafutie job, please help me get a job." But there's so many resources out here. Funny thing, people don't realize there's so many resources. The first place that it's the easiest to get a job is LinkedIn. LinkedIn it's a social media platform, but it's more of a professional social media platform. Yeah. So a lot of employers share the job opportunities there, and LinkedIn also acts as a kind of a portfolio for you, and a recruiter can come and look at your job history and everything, because you can't fit everything in your CV.
Yeah.
Yes.
I always say LinkedIn is like an online CV.
True.
Yeah, because you're able to put everything there with photos, with evidence, with what you're doing.
Yes. So apart from LinkedIn, because maybe fresh graduates, maybe they haven't maybe created such a profile, there are job groups. People create WhatsApp groups where they share job opportunities and all that. And maybe if you don't have access to such WhatsApp groups, on social media, there are so many people who share jobs. People like me who do the services of revamping CVs, they go the extra mile to share job opportunities. So you can go on social media, on Instagram, Facebook, just type job.
Iko Kazi,
hashtag, use Twitter, Iko Kazi KE, they share jobs there. On Instagram, share, look for those pages that they share jobs on there. There's job opportunity. There's so many pages. On Facebook also, if you just search, you will not lack to see something. The most easy way also to find jobs is on Google. I don't know why people ignore. Google has everything. search on Google.
Jobs in Kenya.
Jobs in Nairobi. Jobs in Nakuru.
Cancelling jobs.
Yes, cancelling jobs.
Be
procurement
specific.
jobs.
Yeah.
You will get so many jobs there with their responsibilities and job descriptions and everything. You will get their emails and then apply. So the resources are there. You just have to exert yourself and search.
Yeah. Yes. Something else that I've also heard that is helpful is to go to a website of an organization you've always wanted to work in, and some of them usually have a job portal where you can leave your CV and your cover letter, and then once they have openings, they can call you.
They will, especially NGOs. They do that. They give you an opportunity to just drop your CV or your information, and when something comes up, they'll call you. Because I remember when I was in campus, I wanted to work in an NGO like UN. Yeah, so all those UN, they ask you to create a profile and everything, and then when something comes up,
even the government jobs.
Even public service commission, they do that. Yes, so you just take your time, do that, exert yourself. You may never know.
That is very important. The other thing is, now for someone who is fresh out of school, no experience.
Yes.
And then we like saying in Kenya, you always get looking for someone with 3 years experience, 5 years experience. How can someone who is a fresh graduate be able to navigate without the experience per se?
So a fresh graduate, you've been made to believe that you don't have experience, but you actually do. You actually do. First of all, if you're in school right now in campus and you're watching this, you should try and do those extracurricular activities. Join the clubs, register in those associations, volunteer. And now if you're fresh from school already, you finished school, I'm sure you did an internship in school. I don't think there's any course that you won't do an internship. So
I don't think so.
Yeah, you'll do an internship, or even when you're doing your long holidays, I'm sure you worked somewhere, you volunteered. You did even free work, even if it's for your relatives. Even if it's in church, even if you worked for a relative, even if it's a family business, that's still experience and you gained skills. So when you're creating your CV, in the experience part, you can put that, or you can just put it as sort of a pro bono work or volunteer work. That's experience, because one thing, recruiters want to see that you are putting yourself out there, that you're proactive. Even if you don't have the experience, they'll look at your CV and they'll say, okay, you volunteered this place, you are doing these extracurricular activities, during the long holidays you worked here, you gain these skills. There are those skills, communication skills, teamwork, organizational skills. Those are skills you gain, even if it's not something related to the career you did, or the job that you're looking for. So you do have the experience.
Right. So at least don't say that you have never worked. Everything that you have been able to do, put it there and be confident that you have. And then this brings me now to the do's and don'ts, because I know we make so many mistakes, and these are actually the ones that lead us to now having the mental health issues, because we're making these mistakes that are kind of sabotaging our job searching process. And what are they? Maybe we can start with the mistakes and then we can go finally to the do's.
I feel like the biggest mistake that a lot of people are doing when you're looking for a job is using like a one-size-fits-all CV. You can't use one CV to apply, even if it's the same field. For example, if you're looking for a job as maybe a therapist, maybe a school counselor, maybe therapy generally. So in therapy, you can be a school counselor, you can be working in a hospital, in an NGO, and stuff like that. If it's marketing, you can be marketing maybe FMCG. FMCG is these fast-moving products like Tuzakukula. You can be marketing an NGO, you can be marketing a school. It's different, even if it's still the same job. So fields. Yes, it's still, you don't have to, you should not use the same CV to apply for all those jobs, because even if when you look at the way jobs are advertised, see, they normally put job responsibilities.
Yeah.
And even if it's the same job, they never put the same roles or duties and responsibilities. So what the reason why you're having CV professionals is for them to tailor your CV to that specific job. Because now if you use the same CV to apply for every job, the responsibilities that are in your CV might not match what the recruiter is looking for. Yes, so you need to adjust those roles. Every time you're applying for something, you adjust the profile summary, because now you want the recruiter to see that you're able to do that, to fit what they are looking for. So don't use the same CV to apply for everything. Have different CVs. Like every time you find a job, read the job descriptions and then adjust the roles to.
Actually, I'm learning
yes,
that now.
That's what you should do. And the reason why you do that, it's because
they have a system.
They do have a system. They use a program called an ATS. So the ATS, a lot of us are looking for jobs out here. A lot of people are unemployed. Yes, they get like 100 plus applications, and they cannot be able to look at every CV physically. So they use the ATS machine to scan through the first batch of CVs. So imagine if you're using just your general CV Apple, it won't make the cut. Because now the ATS has been programmed to have those keywords that they are looking for. So if you don't have those keywords in your CV, that's why you never get a call back. So at least when you have those keywords, that will give you now the first step to get that interview. And then from there, you become confident and you sell yourself. Yes.
I feel actually most of us actually have the skills, have everything, but then just because you don't get called to an interview, then you never make it.
Yes, you never.
That is very important. Like I'm saying, I have learned because I always attach myself CV there. So I get why sometimes I don't get the call back.
Another mistake is the format that you use for your CV. The format for doing CVs has changed over the years because of that ATS machine. So when you're doing your CV, you should do it in a chronological order. It means you put your most recent experience on top. And then also the way you're arranging your CV, it matters. Because the recruiter wants to scan. Recruiters use like 6 seconds to scan your CV. They don't even read through it. They just scan. So if you've arranged your CV, like your profile is on top, it's very clear. You're using good fonts, a big font that's visible. You're separating with spaces. You're using points, not paragraphs, because no one is reading. No one has time to read paragraphs. So if you're doing the job roles, you put them in point form, and you're putting in the keywords. You see, yes. And
do you use bullets or anything? Or
yes, you can use hyphen, you can use a bullet, as long as the recruiter can see that you have highlighted in points. They can scan through it very fast.
Alright, so at least we are able to get that the format also needs to be very specific. And is there another mistake maybe you can add on that?
Another mistake is maybe on the cover letter. So the cover letter, people ask what's the difference between a cover letter and a CV. Some recruiters, they like the cover letter. It's like you're introducing yourself in a brief manner and you're telling the recruiter, I can do this, I can do this, or this is what I can do for you. Yes, so this, you say my name is whoever, these are my qualifications, and this is what I can do for you. And then now when they go to your CV, now they can now go through, they can say, this is what you can do for me. Let me see in your CV if you have the experience, if you have the skills, if you have the necessary education. So your cover letter just introduces you. Your cover letter is not
I'm just imagining introducing yourself, where you are born, about your history.
Yes, you shouldn't be giving us your history or telling us giving us your education history or where you've worked. No, you want to capture the attention of the recruiter, so you're telling them what you can do for them.
So what are some of the tips that would actually make me apply for that job and actually get it, or at least make the job searching more simpler?
You can create a couple of CVs. And if, for example, if you've worked in many places, you don't have to put everything on that CV. Put the experiences that are related to what you're applying for. I know you want to show people that you've been working since 2010 or 2009, you know, and
it's pages and pages,
yes,
of
pages and pages of CVs.
Yeah.
You know, I know you want to show people that you've been working, you have all these experiences, but I would advise you to just put the experiences that are related to what you're applying for, so that when the recruiter is scanning, at least they can see you have the experience. They don't have to scroll to the third page. Maybe in the middle you've been doing sales, you've been doing promo, you've been doing, you know, all these things, but now you're looking for a job to be a therapist or a marketer, and you've worked maybe as a marketer maybe only twice. You don't have to put the unnecessary, like,
so what do you
experiences,
advise? How long should it be on average?
On average, your CV, the longest it should be is 3 pages. And even 3 is a lot. Yes, so
nobody has the time.
Nobody has the time to go past that. So if your CV is very, very long, it should be 3 pages at least. Yes, it shouldn't go beyond that. Yes, don't make it too bulky. Another you can add on your CV. I see a lot of recruiters these days. They want you to add your awards and achievements. Yes, so when you're creating your CV, you already put your profile summary, your experience, your education, upload your references. You have to add your awards and achievements. So for example, if you've been doing like an extra course somewhere, you should mention it there. If you are awarded maybe something, you should add it there. If you attended a conference, mention it there. If for example, maybe you are a leader somewhere, if you're registered in an association, especially that, mention it there, because it shows, apart from your being corporate or, you know, working in your field, you're going the extra mile to add education, to educate yourself more, or just to network with other people. Yes, so that's a section that's very important. You should add on your CV. When it comes to references, don't put less than 2 references.
And
Yes.
don't put your family.
Yes, and don't put your family also. Yes, don't put your family. Do 2 to 3 references, and it's good also to inform those references that you might get a call.
So actually, that
yes,
is very important. I know someone who said they tried pranking the referees. They were like, maybe I give you my phone, and then I tell you to call that person and pretend as an employer. And then that person was like, who? I don't remember them. So yeah, it's very important to remind them, and also even ask for permission. Some people also don't want to include
to be included as references.
Yeah.
So tell them, so that at least when they get that call, they know to put in a good word for you.
Yeah.
They're not
So
clueless.
that's on CV writing, and also these other aspects of cover letters, of the whole job searching and being out there. What else would you advise we do?
When it comes to the cover letter, it shouldn't be long. It should be only 1 page. The first paragraph, you introduce yourself, and don't put anything personal on there. Hata mambo education, no, because they look at your CV. So yes,
I shouldn't say I have a bachelor's.
Oh, of course you say you have a bachelor degree or nini, but say tunaanza kusema
everything I've ever studied.
Yes, like everything you studied, and I've worked here and here and here. Yes, you can just say maybe you have a couple of years experience in doing this, completing this kind of tasks, and then now the second paragraph you say, you know, this is what I can do for you, and then now you conclude, I hope to hear from you soon. Ama you say, I have attached my CV. No, that's the third line, and then, you know, you are sincerely, that's it. Yes, and then now you know the structure of the cover letter. You put your addresses and name on the left side, both of them. You write your address, and then below it the address of who you're applying to, and then reference like writing a letter.
Okay.
So
then I think that you would have to really contact her to be able to do it for you, because also I'm like, okay, I'm learning. So that's why it's also important to have such professionals do it for you.
Yes, the structure is really important. And then now the extra things you can do to make sure you land that job is to network and put yourself out there. You normally see like there are events or Zoom meetings, webinars that are there, and they are free. Attend these webinars. Some of them even give out certificates.
Right.
Yeah, some of them can even recommend you. You may never know. Some of them even share opportunities. You can see when people are looking for help in the comment section, and you can get clients there, or you just get a referral. Learn to be proactive in the job search. Learn to be proactive. Don't just do applications and then wait. You have to be doing something along the way. There are short courses also. There are short courses.
And most are free.
And most of them are free. And they won't take you long. Some are even 6 hours, 2 hours.
Self-paced.
Self-paced. You can do as long as you want, Do those courses, add those extra courses. Especially, I see a lot of people who are applying for jobs. Maybe you graduated in 2018 and now it's 2022 and your last education was your degree. So it's good at least you do extra things. Add something. It's good. Educating yourself is very good. Like, you cannot learn you don't know everything.
And things are changing, like the trends, emerging issues in your career, and also specific issues, because like I usually say, even in my own practice, the things we were taught in school, they were like, I don't know, basics, and there are things that you now come to learn either on the job or also taking such small courses. Let's talk about the people who are told by their relatives, bring your CV and I'll see what I can do. What would you tell them?
Don't.
And you go to your uncle somewhere, you expect them, because they are in a position of power, to connect you with opportunities. You have been told to network.
So honestly, relying on family or relatives to give you a job can really be futile. Having such expectations can really make you disappointed, because nobody owes you anything. Nobody owes you anything. People are just living their lives. So if you're sitting at home waiting for a relative to connect you or to give you a job, honey, you might wait forever. You might wait forever. So give all those CVs, follow up, but at the same time, don't expect anything. You just initiate yourself in other ways and apply your jobs in other ways. Don't depend on anybody.
There's an uncle of mine who likes saying that we depend on God the Father, not a godfather. Si must ukwe na magodfather ndio upate kazi, or ati you should know people. These people could be the people that you get to network out there with. And there are so many associations, there are so many groups. I mean, like, I don't know, like over 10 WhatsApp groups for our field. So be out there, like the way she said, be proactive. You have what it takes. You can be able to do it on your own. So thank you so much, Carol, for all your insights. And maybe as we finish up, what would be your parting shots?
So I will tell you to don't despair looking for a job. And everything has seasons. Maybe right now it's your waiting season, and just learn to enjoy your process and be proactive. Do all those things that we've said, and the job will come to you. Yes.
And there's something that I keep reminding my clients, that they shouldn't take rejection personally. Just because they have been rejected for a job doesn't really mean there's something wrong with you. As long as you have done all these things, you have put the right CV, the right cover letter, then if you're rejected, it's just maybe not for you.
Yes.
Yeah. And our dear Carol does the revamping and everything, so she'll let us know how we can be able to reach out to her.
Ask for help. Ask for help. You know, you might take a month to learn how to do all these things, a CV and everything, but it might cost you a certain amount to get a professional CV, cover letter, or LinkedIn profile done, and it will like push you ahead. So hire someone, as you can hire me. I'll revamp your CV, I'll help you create a cover letter and create also a LinkedIn profile. You can reach me through my email, carolmunene@gmail.com, and my phone number is 0702448982. You can text me or WhatsApp me, and also my social media. My Instagram is Wangeci Munene, LinkedIn Wangeci Munene, Twitter Wangeci Munene, and also I have a YouTube channel. Yes. So everywhere it's just Wangeci Munene. Yes.
Thank you so much. So you can go and support her. As you can see, she's very knowledgeable on how to do these things. I hope you guys have learned something. If you have, please leave a like, comment down below, and subscribe if you haven't. Until next time, remember that mental health is for everyone.